Alrighty.
Let's get this box going.
Let's do it.
All right.
Any cardboard crack open
Cardboard. we gotta get Bob his fix. Oh right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pat's Kingdom of Kards. I am your host, of course, your king, your liege, Sir Pat.
You know all those guys that have the $10,000 time twisters in their decks or whatever, and they're like, yeah, they're all
This is
like,
our time.
Yeah, this is
our time.
We could be those legacy players who like, oh yeah, my deck's worth like a house, but who cares? I've been playing with it for 12 years.
Yeah, unsleeved.
Unsleeved. I'm gonna go lick it just in front of you.
Now's the chance to be those guys.
I was told at MagicCon, I was told a story about somebody, I think it was like one of the original Chaos Orbs, and they were joking around like they were going to tear it, and then somebody bumped into them while they were doing it, and they actually tore it. The person bought him another one, to pay him back because it was, he felt bad, whatever. But they found it like 2 years later and gave him the torn card anyway. But
That's awesome.
But yeah, so you gonna get into Flesh and Blood, Mike? Sure,
Mike said it's inevitable, but not today. That's what he said.
Eventually Bob will wear his eyes.
Yeah.
Perseverance.
He did, like I said, he did that to me.
I will help you try to wear him down.
Perseverance.
I need to maintain my good community person status, so I have to wear people down.
Justin wants the crown of King of Flesh and Blood. We can already say it. He's got
Me and Colin.
you and Colin.
Like, me, Colin, and Simon are essentially the money bags of Flesh and Blood. Everybody else is good players. Me, Simon, and Colin we buy our way into the scene.
Listen, share the wealth, man.
I do.
I know.
I tease cards all the time.
I say
Like, here, I don't need this ball.
That shit is funny.
I even give
That shit is
To me, it's like, yes, I couldn't afford to get this, and you're just like, yeah.
Here, I don't
Take
need
it.
these. I got too much. I need to get this out of my house.
I feel like when it comes to like this kind of stuff, like you're the rock star or whatnot. I'm one of your entourage, and you're just like, you know what, you can have it. I'm gonna get the new one,
I said it's a regular pack, probably like $15.
which I'm okay with. I'm not complaining.
It's like that scene from Wolf of Wall Street where Leo throws the gold like Rolex into the crowd of like
Yeah,
investment bankers who just like, get off of me!
yeah. Here, have a gold Rolex. It's just worth like fucking thousands of dollars.
I got more money. I can just go buy another one.
Dream of getting to that day.
By the way, that's a collector, so that's only 12.
Ideally, I'd love to be like Rudy from Alpha Investments.
Oh yeah.
I know I'll never get there, but it's a dream.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually in a point where like I can start doing that type of stuff. That's why I'm buying this box. I'm actually buying a product to just sit on it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what he does.
Oh yeah, no. Ideally, that's what I want to do.
Do you watch Rudy's Investments?
And what's the good one that you can hit in the
Watch it. It's a good YouTube channel. So it scratches my itch because I have an economics background. So it's like he loves magic. And
All sorts of
he was
trading.
also an ex-investment trader.
laughed so hard.
So like all his investments now is just going into buying boxes of
Yeah,
products.
he's big into the like he's saying the investment side and everything. Like he'll do videos just on the like the market for it, like where he sees it going, like what cards he sees becoming big, other stuff. He's one of those people that buys out like, oh, this card from a really old set, like with the first set with foils. It's just a common. It's not worth anything right now, but the way he sees the market going, he's buying up as many as he can so that he can, have all that value once it does.
If you see his background, it's just boxes of sealed product.
Oh yeah, he has a warehouse with just cases
of sealed product.
Yeah.
Because realistically, well, I don't know what's magic right now. It's going to bounce back up, but realistically, it's that kind of middle point between putting your money in the bank and getting like very little return versus running the stock market and getting like burn or more
Yeah.
shit returns or good returns.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, you found it.
Yeah. Rudy's investments.
Alpha Investments.
Investments.
You got
It's Rudy who does it, but it's Alpha Investments.
getting in like a good time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I'm even though I'm buying a lot of cases and opening a lot of stuff, like you can see it. Like I'm putting stuff in. Like normally, if I was just like starting when I was doing Magic, I was just like fucking no sleeves, whatever. But like as soon as I see, oh, this is a money card, you're going in like the glass case, in the sealed boxes because I'm not going to open it anymore.
Yep.
This stuff, I'm still searching for stuff, but I mean, yeah.
That's how I started right off the bat with my dragons.
And that's what I love about these trading card games is like, yeah, they're fun to play, which is like, you know, your immediate draw, but it's the collectible side of it. That's why, like, I know some people don't like the reserve list and whatnot, and I think they should alter how they have it, but I don't want them to get rid of it personally, like, altogether, because it's like, I have chase cards, like cards that I aspire to get to, whereas if, you know, a Black Lotus suddenly became like $50 because they're reprinting it again and whatnot, and it's like,
It's got some cool.
It's a cool card.
They're gonna hurt people.
That's genuinely why I like Flesh and Blood so much, is because I think the perfect poster child for this is Grasp of the Arknight, right? Grasp of the Arknight, for a cold foil, I think the cold foil, last time I checked, was like $215. Very expensive, right? But that's your collector, that's your bling version, that's your reserve list version. They're never going to print that again, right? Then they had the unlimited printing, right, of Arcane Rising. That has the rainbow foil of it. Last time I think I looked, the rainbow foil was about $100, right? Sitting at $100, so that's your blingier, but you can get them version. And then when they reprinted it in History Pack 1, which was a combination of Welcome to Wraith, Crucible, and Arcane Rising, you got the white border version without foil. That one sits at like $50. There you go. That's your, if you're playing like what's her name, Briar, you're building like a Briar Blitz deck. Like the only legendary you really give a shit about is Grasp of the Arknight. You build a competitive deck for that one $50 card, and now, you know, obviously I have a game store, so my numbers are very skewed in general on things. But to me, a $50 Magic card, I don't even scoff at that. Like I don't usually hesitate until it hits like Mana Crypt value, like $200 ish. Like that's what I'm like. Yeah, do I really want one of these right now? But like, I mean, Sensei's Divining Top, I just sold Kevin for $20. I bought a playset of those at like $50 or $60 each. I want to say like last summer, like 2021. I needed tops, so I bought them. Like,
I love my top.
So that's why I like it.
All right, open your box.
All right.
See what you get.
Were you recording?
You should have been recording. I'm telling you.
He was recording. I looked over.
8 minutes.
Oh, that's content.
Exactly.
I got a shout out, even though he was like, "Fuck that guy."
So the funny thing is, I have a streamer friend named Archie. Archie TV. Shout out to my homie. And there's like this running meme where like, you know, he and I would be on Discord and I wouldn't know he was streaming and I would be like a normal person, and then as soon as he would be like, and Bob, I'm streaming, say hello, and I'd be like, hi. Like as soon as I know I'm being recorded, I like kind of just clam. So, no acting for me.
No.
I don't think
It's
so.
alright. Acting for you is acting normal. But that's why we love you.
I wish you weren't so right.
It's alright. You gotta be a little weird. It makes life more fun.
I'm just a goblin. What did you drink? 3 goblins in a people trench coat.
Just don't open the trench coat.
Just don't open the trench coat.
Today, well, you know, Bob decided he had wanted to get me to spend more money at his store. Strategic, I know. Don't lie to me.
Got him.
So, like we said, you know, we gotten interested in Flesh and Blood, and so they had a new set drop just, was it the 18th?
Time is a flat circle.
That's fair. Recently, it was about a week ago or something. I don't know at this point. 24th. Okay. Which was
Friday.
Outsiders. Came out on Friday. It's the new set. Bob, you were talking about earlier about as if for people just getting into Flesh and Blood, you believe this is a good set?
I think it's probably the best set, honestly. 6 heroes in the set. The best to draft. I'm not really a big drafter in anything because I'm way too dumb to draft. But that being said, I have drafted Outsiders like like 3 or 4 times this weekend, and I had a blast with all of them.
Oh, jeez.
I even managed to win a match or 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean that should just really indicate how good this set is. That even if I can draft the deck and win, then like literally a potato like molding on the side of a street can do it. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So it appears, because we were also, when we were talking earlier, Justin, you were saying that there's, 2 different distributors that they have for
So
Flesh
they
and
got
Blood?
2 different printing companies. So you got one from Belgium and then one from Japan.
Okay.
You got the one from Belgium.
I have the one from Belgium. They come in the paper packs, correct?
Paper packs.
Yep. And the one from Japan would be in like the normal plastic,
The normal plastic.
whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder why they do that. This is just their cost saving.
Well, part of it I think is supposed to be eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are like recycled. That's why they smell like chocolate. I'm telling you this. They're recycled Hershey bars. Like, smell them.
Of course. Of course. Well, we know how the hell Belgium is. It's because they share a border with the Dutch.
But yeah, it looks like you have a Belgian box, which means it's going to be hyperpolarizing.
Ooh.
It's either going to be high octane gas or like one wet blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for the high octane, the all the good stuff. Because the 3 of the biggest cards were the codexes, you were saying?
Codexes, Marvel codexes. You got the Fable gem that comes out of it.
Of course.
And then you also got some really good legendaries that come out of this set too.
Very nice. So we definitely want the codexes, the legendaries, and possibly the gem. I just want good value.
So you'll have 2 tokens in the back, 2 double-sided tokens in the back. However, if you get the back of a Flesh and Blood card on token 1 or 2, that means you're either looking at the back of a cracked bauble, which is also a token, or you're looking at a cold foil. So that's a kind of a fun tricky way to know that you might have gas at the end of your day.
Oh, we'll definitely be paying attention to that.
Manufacturer.
All right, so we got our 2 tokens. But who did we get for our token? We got Katsu, the Wanderer. That's fun. All right, let's see what we get. Gonna go through the comments pretty quickly.
So Belgium does this weird thing where it goes rare and then sometimes a gap and then another rare.
Well, so far it was all common, and then we got an infiltrate.
A really good card.
It's actually a really good card.
Yep, stealth. What is stealth?
Stealth is just a keyword. Some of the hero's abilities work, or some of the hero's abilities or cards work off of this keyword stealth.
Okay. So it would be like your lifelink or vigilance or whatever in Magic as a keyword.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But you need something to affect the card with stealth.
Gotcha.
The characters interact with it differently. So for Arachne, it gives him a free go again, which is really nice. It's consistent, really good in limited formats actually.
Okay.
In Azuri, if you're familiar with the commander card Yuriko with Ninjutsu,
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing. She can trade a card out with stealth and then usually slam something huge in your face.
Okay.
So you as a player have to decide, like, am I going to respect this infiltrate and overblock it? And if you overcommit to it, you might not get Ninjutsu basically in the hand. But the alternative is if you don't respect it, you may be facing a commanding combo with the strongest cards in the game.
Oh, yeah. It definitely sounds like something I would be interested in. Alrighty, so we got our Rainbow Foil Toxicity.
I actually like that card a lot.
It's really good too.
So the red, I think you have the blue version.
That's a blue.
So the red version is really good because you essentially are goading your person, like your opponent, to block whatever you're coming at. Because you read the card, the red version is if it hits, the opponent loses 5 life.
Okay.
So it really incentivizes them to block. So you can play around with it, bluff with it, be like, you put it on your first attack and be like, hey, you need to block this. Or you don't block it and then you lose 5 life, but then I'm also playing an assassin, so I might have tricks to make it just go through anyways.
Nice. Alright, so that definitely sounds like a good card that we like with our assassins. And then we got our generic equipment of Silken Ghee. Alright. Not too bad off the first pack. Let's keep it going.
The paper packs are nice to rip though.
Oh, it's so much nicer than the other stuff. Like we talked about when we opened the Crucible of War. just like the packs were opening super nice, and some of the magic ones, it's like, all right, get the Jaws of Life. It's the only way we're getting into this pack without ruining the cards. All right, so we got Death Touch, we got Wreck Havoc, and we got 1-2 Punch for our foil. Oh, that's right, I forgot about the tokens.
Oh, there's your cracked bobble.
Ooh, that is true. Yep. We already saw it. So we got the Cracked Bobble, which is a generic resource. This is our.
So that's a filler card for drafting. So if you can't somehow put together a 30-card deck of your character, you'll toss 1 or 2 or however many you have to in there.
More so for the pitch cost.
Yeah, it's literally only pitch cost.
Gotcha.
So that's all it's for. But if we had looked from the back, we might have been bamboozled and hoping to hit that goal.
Well,
right there.
I'm glad I messed up and didn't do it right.
No, it's good.
We got a Fleetfoot Sandals for the equipment. All right, so this time we're going to look at. I had that right the first time. So we got the Harmonized. We got Azalea. Okay. Riptide. All right. It's new. I'm new to Flesh and Blood. I'll figure this out eventually. All right. We got a Bleed Out. Barbed Undertow for a Majestic. We got Looking for a Scrap. And a foil Bleed Out. And then equipment is Blade Cuff. Blade Cuff. Assassin Ninja equipment. Nothing to write home about on that one, but
Barb Undertow is actually pretty good. And I know a couple people that are playing Azalea right now that are looking for that card specifically.
Yeah.
well, if you come across them again, I got one. All right, and Lace with Inertia is our first rare. Looking for a scrap. We got a foil Sedation Shot. And our equipment is Mask of Shifting Perspectives.
I so desperately wanted one of those in my last draft.
Would have helped you out a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's how drafts go, though. Drafts are fun to do.
They really are.
Unfortunately, I don't get out of work early enough.
Well,
7 o'clock.
here at Gilded Raven Games on Saturday nights, we run that armory event, and then usually there's enough players who want to stick around to draft afterwards. So if you pop in at like maybe 10ish, you'll probably catch a late night draft.
Sounds good. Y'all should join us. All right, so we got our first rare is Humble. We got a back heel kick foil and a Seeker's Hood for our equipment.
That's one thing that we've noticed with some of these Belgian packs that I kind of don't like is that you can get anywhere from like 1 to 5 rares in a pack.
So there's no consistency really in the
And
Belgian
that's
packs.
one of the big differences with Japan is that you're consistently always two,
Maybe 3.
maybe 3.
Okay.
But
Belgians, you'll get 1. Sometimes you'll get like 5. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's those
Very
damn
sporadic.
Dutch next door. All right, we have a Death Touch, a Recoil, and a Majestic Spreading the Plague Rainbow Foil.
ooh, Spreading the Plague is actually pretty good.
Ooh,
Yeah, and foil.
Justin's gonna look that up for us.
Probably a hit.
And then we got Wayfarer's Crest and our tokens that I forgot to take out when I opened the pack.
Yeah, Missouri though. So good.
Ziri. I'm gonna have to take a good hard look because at the cards I get from here because I haven't actually built a deck yet. I do have the precons that I bought from you.
Nice.
Rainbow foil of that one is about $11.
$11. I'll take it.
It's a good, decent money card. So
I like it. All right, so we have a Hurl, a Humble, and a foil, Rainbow Foil Infect.
That's a good card too.
It's fancy.
I think it's a
Behind you! Yeah. And I forgot to take out the tokens again, but we got a Seeker's Mitts. What do we got on this side? Harmonized Kadachi and Crow's Nest. Okay. All right, we plug along. We move on. Forever hopeful to get some money because I am poor. Don't you giggle at me.
It's the giggle of mutual respect.
There shall be no giggling in my cart. Alright, we got a toxicity, virulent touch. See, that's like you said, like the oddity of all the other packs so far had been common, and then the rares, and then the foil, and blah blah blah. I just had the toxicity. After some commons, I got another common, and then the spinning wheel kick, and then we're on to our foil Merkmeyer Grapnel.
Yeah, it's weird. The Japanese packs do not do that.
Now on, I'm only getting Japanese boxes from you.
Yeah, that's not.
I'll do my best.
Based on his distributor.
I know.
I had to drive to Long Island for the last one.
Yeah, but if you crack the right box,
You could crack a box with 16.
Listen, I don't care if you have to drive to Japan itself. You figure it out, so.
I'll drive really fast, right? Water surface tension is basically a solid after like.
If anybody
35
can
miles an
do
hour.
it, you can, Bob. I have faith in you. All right. So we got Bonds of Ancestry. We got a foil Threadbare Tunic. And a Silken Gi. I don't like the looks of this, Bob. It seems, how did you refer to it? Not the, well, yeah, but the octane and...
High octane gas or a wet blanket.
It's
Usually nothing in between.
hopefully, I break that, trend, because if it's going forward, I don't like this. I don't think we're getting a whole lot of good.
I mean, what's weird is that it just seems to be this first print run at the Belgian printers. Like, other sets don't do this, between Japanese printings and Belgian printings, so
Nothing crazy.
it's just, I don't know.
Our foil on that was isolate, just a common.
What was funny was when we did our midnight case cracking, almost everything we opened that night was Japanese, and it looked like I would say 2 legendaries per case was very consistent amongst the Japanese printings.
Yeah, because we opened a few cases, everybody got a legendary.
Yeah,
For the
Okay.
most part.
Well, that's good news.
At least one legendary.
yeah, at least one, usually 2, a couple 3s were hit.
Yeah.
But actually no fables were hit, only legendaries were hit from the Japanese printings.
Maybe I'll be the lucky with my one box and not even a case.
Absolutely. I mean, all it
We got a
takes is
hurl.
right?
That's true. A pack, a chair, and a prayer, or something like that. Looking for scrap, and we got a foil wither with a Mask of the Shifting Perspectives.
When we were cracking them, we found that to be the case, and then once we got through all the Japanese cases, we started cracking the Belgians without thinking about it. And even then, we were all like, "Man, these Belgian boxes feel weird. Like they're kind of either a lot of legendaries and a fable, or nothing." And we were like, we didn't see any Japanese cases brick, so it's kind of strange. And then we hit Reddit later that night. And
That just looks mean. That poor fellow. What did he ever do to the guy in the hood?
Is that what Spike with?
Spike.
Blood Rot?
Yep. Spike with blood rot.
That's one of my favorite cards.
it's really
Because
strong.
I really like the Blood Rot tokens.
What? I think we have one of the blood
yeah.
rot tokens, or I'm sure we do. Question is, can I find it quickly enough? There it is. So the Blood Rot Pox is, at the beginning of your end phase, destroy a Blood Rot Pox, then it deals 2 damage to you unless you pay 3.
So you're essentially telling them to sacrifice at least 1 to 2-ish cards. Otherwise, they take 2 damage.
Which, on top of your attack that already dealt damage. So yeah, no, that's just beautiful. So we got Spike with Blood Rot, Bonds of Ancestry, and a foil Deadly Duo.
I know I'm dumb.
It's cool. And the Seeker's thingy.
But
But to your point from before, that is the nice thing about this is that just because I'm not hitting any money cards, there's still a lot of nice things in here that I could have a lot of fun building decks with.
Most decks are actually predominantly made out of commons
And rares.
rares, yeah, and a lot of times the good majestics, Dishonor is one of the very good ones.
Dishonor.
Yes.
Dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow. Alright, we got Backstab, You backstabbing bastards.
You don't want a front stab.
And we got a rainbow foil backstab.
You wouldn't want a front stab and not bling for him.
I mean, that's fair. But what if it was blinged stabbing in the front? At least you'd have something pretty to look at while you're dying.
I will only get cold foil front stabbed, okay?
All right, that's fair. Everybody has a price. Bob's is cold foil. I want to know what I'm going to get for my cold foil. I better damn well get a cold foil in this.
I'm going to get a cold foil extended art ridgeback shroud just because I'll be jealous and sad.
Good, and that's what we want.
That's what we live for.
Because at the end of the day, isn't that what playing these games are all about?
Making Bob sad?
Exactly. Very, very good.
I built a community to hurt me.
That's why I played Kaio against you.
It hurt me.
That's the whole point of the game.
Bob hates rolling dice.
Little does Bob know, we actually conspired with the people who are listed as the creators of this game, specifically to get it so that eventually he'd get a card store, and then we'd hurt him with it.
Yeah.
And
No, that tracks. I appreciate the long con.
I'm nothing if not dedicated.
Bob hates dice rolling games.
I hate dice. Okay, dice.
So you're an anti-dice goblin?
The problem is I can't. It doesn't matter the size of the die. I can't roll higher than a fucking 3.
And I built a deck that rolls dice.
Oh god, I want to see Bob play that deck now.
Oh no, I'm gonna play it against Bob.
Ooh, we got a gore belching.
Ooh.
That just sounds fun. Generic attack. When this attacks, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal an attack action card. If you do, banish it, and this gets minus attack, X attack, where X is the attack of the card banished this way. Otherwise, it gets -7, and you shuffle.
So it's a good finisher for like Benji, because Benji plays a lot of very low attacks, because his ability triggers off of low attacks.
Okay.
So, but for the most part, with other characters and other heroes, it's not that great. So you kind of have to build around it, but it's probably not worth the effort.
I gotcha. All right, so we got a Bonds of Ancestry for a rare, and then we got a Rainbow Foil Infectious Host. That guy does not look like he's doing well. He needs to take some Benadryl.
Yeah.
Perhaps at AC, maybe?
He's like me in spring.
Anybody got an Imodium? Maybe that'll help. All right. Onwards.
Same face.
Poison Spider Bite. Flip over the pack.
Massive forehead.
Alrighty.
They look the same.
This tower is almost getting under my arm. Might be able to rest it on it soon. Alright, we got Lace with Blood Rot. We got another Backstab. And we got a Majestic Rainbow Foil Visit of the Floating Dojo. Katsu Specialization. Katsu's got to be your hero. You put Surging Strike and a card with combo from your graveyard on top and or bottom of your deck.
Yeah, it's good because his whole thing works off the combo cards for Ninja.
Yep.
So the fact that he has a specialization to kind of like recycle cards from the discard pile is good.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. It's easy to see why you would want that. And we got Seeker's Leggings. We're going to move this pile of commons out of my way. Getting down there. Only got about 6, 7, 8 more packs to go. Definitely seems like this was a wet blanket of a box.
Well, we'll compare how many Majestics.
Up.
Could you have spoken too soon, or is it another bobble?
We don't know.
Only time will tell.
Let's slow roll it.
We're gonna slow roll. Yeah, we don't have to slow roll the comments. Yeah. So we got Bleed Out, Boulder Trap, Sneak Attack, a Foil Spire Sniping, our Seeker's Hood, and Cold Foil Mask of Malicious Manifestations.
Ooh. Okay, so it's Cold Foil common.
Yep. But still, that is beautiful.
It's a very pretty card, though. All the Cold Foil foiling, like, unlike with some of like the Magic cards with like their folding process, the cold foils on these ones are amazing.
Yeah.
They'll also be worth more money later. Like they're whatever they're sitting at now. Just like when we hit the it's like, oh well, it's first edition cold foil, so it's $40 or something.
Yeah.
The set's new, so they're abundant, but you sit on that, they go up.
Because you know there's going to be those teenagers that are just going to just chuck cards and binders and like
Yep.
Oh, of course.
lose them.
What everybody does, because when we're that age, we're not smart enough to realize, hey, there might be some value in this later. I should take good care of it.
Yeah.
We're kids. We don't care.
Now we're old enough and like it's our time.
And we know better, and we look back and we're just like, God, why? All right, so we got a bleed out.
If you attack me,
Fletch, red tail. Okay. And we got our rainbow foil spring load. He's shiny. Kick his ass, Seabass. It's the fun of doing this in the card store. Or the gaming store, sorry.
Yeah, it's
the same thing.
Same damn thing. I sell cards and games.
All right. So we have another bleed out. I hate when it does that. Another comment in the middle. Spike with inertia. Shiny Descendant Gust Wave. Yeah.
I don't like any of you.
Combo Surging Strike was the last attack this combo chain. It costs 1 less to play and has +2 to its attack, and it's go again. Nice. I like that.
I'm at 28.
We're gonna put you over there. And a mask of many faces. Ooh, we're down to the last 5 packs.
Anything else?
Come on, big money, no whammies. Still haven't seen any of the codexes.
I want to see that L.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen any codex.
Sorry, I don't know how to play.
Nope.
So, okay.
They're worth a penny or two.
They are. They're good.
Like I said, I really could use. I'm very disappointed this wasn't high octane, but you know, it's
Funny
okay.
enough, there is a card called High Octane.
I better damn well get that card.
Wrong set, wrong set.
Damn it! We got a spinning wheel kick, and we have a shiny cut down to size.
That's a good card. I just experienced that the hard way with the Azuri, you know, the swap it out.
Yep.
I didn't respect something, and then I found out how quickly a +6 comes at you. And I certainly was a size, and then I was cut down to a smaller one.
That's fair. And we got a threadbare tunic. That happens. That's half the fun of these games is trying to manipulate your opponents into doing what you want them to.
Well, I tried to manipulate my opponents into losing, but they keep not cooperating.
Then maybe you should try doing the opposite of what you normally do.
I've never tried to win before.
What a concept.
What a concept.
Never thought about that. Infectious Host and a shiny plunge. Generic leggings. Last 3 packs. Come on. Let's get that Fable.
Fable, any of the Marvels, even any of the legendary cards at this point.
Right. We're down to the last 3 packs. It's not looking so hot, but you never know. Like you said earlier, Bob, it just takes 1 pack. 1 pack and a prayer. Another Toxicity, Spinning Wheel Kick, Humble, and a foil Widowmaker. We got the less impressive cousin.
Those cold foils are actually so beautiful.
They are. They did a nice job with it. Normally, I would like the rainbow foils better, but the crispness of the cold foil is beautiful.
The General Equipment Wayfarer's hood is possibly one of the prettiest things I've seen. Like when the light hits it. Actually,
You hear angels sing?
Yeah, I really do. I think I'm gonna go grab one. I have one. I'll just show you.
Yeah, absolutely. Toxicity, Infectious Host, and a shiny Skybound Shot. And then we got Fleetfoot Sandals.
I'm actually going to be curious to see how many Majestics you have after opening the last pack.
Yep.
Just to kind of figure out what our kind of pull ratio is right now.
Yeah. No, it's always interesting to see what you get. That's why you know how many boxes you want to open.
He ain't even got nothing.
Last pack. Fable, Any of the legendaries, like you said, the Majestics. We need something good. Come on, take pity on me, card gods. Come on, take pity. Let me get one good card.
Oh, you can't be
Let me get one really good money card. Please, please.
He got knocked.
Please, Azalea. Please.
I was terrified for like 3 seconds. I was like, hey,
Come on. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. If it's a whammy, I'm going to hurl. I feel like I went through the buzzsaw trap, which is our Majestic. Very nice.
That's for the new character, Riptide.
Ooh.
It's actually devastating.
We got a sneak attack. And we got a rainbow foil Bonds of Ancestry. Not too shabby. And then Toxic Tips.
Oh, no legendary.
So this is the whole I was talking about. And,
So this is the cold foil
and like,
Wayfinder's Crest.
Get it so that the light hits that whole thing and lights the whole hood up. I don't know if you'll be able to do it
Without the glare.
Yeah, here,
Yeah.
I'll de-sleeve it.
Just leave it. We just want to show you, like, I just talk about the art and Magic cards all the time because, like I said, I love some of these things. They're just very, very beautiful. But the light, unfortunately, doesn't do good with sleeves. But you can even see, like, the foiling on this is so nice that even without the sleeve, the glare is almost too much that you can't see. But in person, like, it's just beautiful. Like, you gotta love the dedication that these artists put into creating these cards.
How much is that cost?
Couple cents.
This is not that expensive. Have you seen it? Like, wait till catch the light so the whole hood lights up, and it's actually beautiful.
Oh yeah, that is.
The foiling on these cards is really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
some of the nicest.
like I said, like getting in on this stuff now is definitely the right thing to do because it's only gaining it's past that 3-year mark, like you said.
Slightly blinding.
Yeah. And the quality is definitely
Their
there.
quality control is really good. Like, I know people have been complaining a little bit about Magic cards lately just because their foiling process makes it so that their cards like Pringle very bad.
Very bad.
So
I had opened a Ultimate Masters box, and the box topper that came with it was pringled so bad, like you could see it in the packaging. Like it was pressing against the packaging,
Yeah.
stretching it so much because it was that badly pringled.
Yeah. With
Already.
like their foiling process, it'll pringle a little bit if you don't put in an inner or put some sleeves on it right away, but it doesn't bend as bad as like the Magic cards do.
Yeah, which is nice. So, like I said, I still love Magic, still love playing it. I'm gonna do more box openings and whatnot of that. Hopefully, get some gameplay videos in soon too. But it's definitely a very interesting game and similar enough to Magic that if you're into that kind of card game, I definitely say you will be interested in this. It is definitely nice and up and coming. And while it may have been a little bit of a wet blanket box, I still blame Bob and the Dutch.
I don't understand.
I know they're not from Belgium, but they share a border.
That's why I'm confused. I've been getting hit.
But got some good cards in there. These things definitely have fun building a nice deck from this, deck or 2 or 3.
I don't give a fuck.
But well, I appreciate you guys joining me, and thank you all for watching. Thank you again to Bob and the rest of the crew here at Guild and Raven Games for allowing us to record. And seriously, if you're in the area of Somerset, New Jersey, check them out. Great bunch of guys, a lot of product and whatnot. Check. Once again, have a good night from Pat's Kingdom of Cards.
I walked away to get somebody's water.